Hello Wreck Watchers! Today we dive on the last two of the Bell Island wrecks and explore the rugged coast of Newfoundland. In our last video, we explored the iron mines of Bell Island and dove the SS Lord Strathcona. Today, we complete our mission of diving the 4 Bell Island wrecks sunk by German U-boats in 1942. And we take an ocean safari up the Atlantic coast to see the Jurassic Park of Newfoundland. First up is the deepest of the wrecks in Conception Bay, the SS Rosecastle. And as an added bonus, our underwater tour guide is Ocean Quest Adventures founder, Rick Stanley.
Are you diving with us today, Rick?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Tell us a little bit about the Rosecastle.
Oh, the Rosecastle. She's the, I guess what they call the holy grail of these 4 shipwrecks. And she's the deepest but most well-preserved and most intact.
Okay.
And of course, just diving around the companionways and the bridge section, it's like a ship, not a shipwreck. And this one here is more intact than the other 3. So, enjoy your dive today.
Yes. Yeah, I'm excited.
Good.
All right, here we go to the Rosecastle.
The Rosecastle was a Canadian-owned steamship built in 1915. November 2nd, 1942, at 3:34 a.m., U-boat U-518 fired the first torpedo at the SS Rosecastle, causing the ship to roll on its side. A second torpedo missed and instead hit the Scotia loading pier of the Bell Island iron mine. U-518 fired a third torpedo, again striking the Rosecastle, sending the ship and 24 of her crew to the bottom of Conception Bay. Diving with Rick, following him through the companionways on this massive ship was amazing. The Rosecastle is mostly intact and is a very different experience than the other Bell Island wrecks. Looking inside, you can still see much of the instruments and equipment. It's almost like touring an underwater museum. As we headed back to the surface, we approached our safety stop and ascended right into a large school of moon jellyfish.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Amazing. I want to go back down.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll get a chance to see him on the PLM.
Oh, that would be amazing. Well, we just had an incredible dive on the Rosecastle and got to see Rick Stanley in action. It was great. Yeah, how'd you think, Mike? How was that for you?
He's a natural. It's like he's done it before.
Yeah, really? You think so? That's such an incredible wreck down there. I mean, the history of each one of these, and then seeing them, you know, you're telling us the stories, but then we get down on them and get to see them with their own eyes. It's just amazing. And then you provide all that wildlife for us to look at while we're on our safety stop.
And then Luke brought the jellies to us.
Oh, yeah.
St. Pierre.
Yeah, those are St. Pierre jellies.
Ones.
Ah, okay. I was trying to speak to them, but they didn't understand me. Yeah.
So, thanks for that, Rick. It was great.
So excited. Can't wait to share this with everybody on Wreck Watch. The Rose Castle is a truly stunning wreck to dive, and to spend time with the moon jellyfish on our safety stop was unbelievable. But we also discovered that Newfoundland is just as beautiful above the water as it is below, as Johnny took us on an ocean safari out of Petty Harbor on the Atlantic coast. All right, so what are we doing today?
So today we're going to leave here at beautiful Petty Harbor, Newfoundland. We're going to go out, we're going to see some great attractions along, great scenery, lots of seabirds. The highlight of today probably will be what's called Jurassic Park. We call it Jurassic Park, Pirates Cove, and a few other stops along the way.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, how do you feel about it, Mike?
I've heard that this is where King Kong's Island is when the fog comes up. So yeah, I'm waiting to see that mysterious island.
It's going to be wild.
How many people have been eaten on this tour?
How many people have been eaten?
Yeah.
None. So
No, okay. There's always a first.
in this bay right here, they say there's a shipwreck right on the north side of this motion bay called the Regulus, and there's 6 or 7 other shipwrecks, you know, from the last 100 years in the area that we're going to travel today. So they say there's 10,000 shipwrecks in Newfoundland, and only 5% have been discovered or gone upon. You know?
Yeah.
Identified. Yeah. Okay, gang, so here we are in what we call Jurassic Park. And if you look when you look around here, you see the pictures. Like we say, it's so epic that it looks like a pterodactyl can come and sweep you right out of the boat, especially today with the way the seas are. You know, ahead we have waterfalls. Coming up here on our right, we have what's called the Hole in the Wall, which is a beautiful sea arch. Just past us, those 2 big giant sea stacks. On top of that, there's actually an eagle's nest, so we keep our eyes out for that. And then over between the sea stacks and the Hole in the Wall, there's a beautiful cave, which unfortunately we're not going to get into today, but we'll get as close as possible. And beyond that, there's that awesome waterfall that during the summertime we dunk people right under, take the whole boat right under it. Yeah, it's like the Maid of the Mist.
This is amazing. I can't believe we're actually out here doing this. This is just incredible. Yeah, I love it out here. This is not going to be the last time that we're here. Back aboard the Mermaid, we're on our way to the final wreck, the PLM 27, when we noticed that there was a slight drop in the temperature.
Take that for a trip all around the PLM.
Nothing like cold water diving in Newfoundland. Who wants to dive in the Caribbean when it's warm all the time?
First time getting to dive.
So guys,
Yep.
Johnny is going to be your guide. Johnny, I'm going to sit this one out because I had too much Jig's dinner last night.
That's shocking.
You're going to be leading the guys on our famous tour, down the line, down over the sides, through the propeller, in through the torpedo hole, back up on the deck, and then finish it off there with all the marine life.
You got it.
Right on?
Sounds like a great plan to me.
Right on.
All right, thank you.
You're in good hands, boys.
Okay.
Once they go in.
The PLM 27 was originally a 5,600-ton French steamship built in 1922. but was taken over in 1940 by the British Ministry of War Transport and used to move iron ore from Canada to the UK. In the early morning hours of November 2nd, 1942, the crew of the PLM was awakened by the German attack on the Rose Castle, anchored a short distance from their ship. Moments later, U-518's last torpedo ripped through the port side of the hull, exiting through the starboard, just missing the iron ore in the hold, leaving a massive hole, sending the PLM and 12 of her crew members to the depths. The current was noticeably stronger on this dive as Johnny led us toward the 12-foot propeller. The wreck of the PLM truly is a wreck. Swimming into the gaping hole left by the torpedo, we swam around the mangled and twisted metal of what once was the ship's hull. Amazingly, some fragile and delicate items appeared untouched even after such a violent end. We finished our dive and headed back to the Ocean Quest Mermaid and ascended into the singing of crew member Jason Sully's father, Jerry.
Well, there was fish and maroons and a cold hog stew and a bowl of clam chowder. CB reached for that newbie screech when they diddle up the fiddle tunes louder. Hear the French girl sings and the guitars ring and the grease box quickety squawking. Me and Sue gonna whoop-de-doo, take her to the gumboot cloggeroo, gonna do a little gumboot clogging, do a little gumboot clogging. You didn't have a good time? Oh, yeah, it's by a great time. Had by all.
That was a lot of fun. We've done all 4 of the iron ore wrecks stuck by the U-boats here in Newfoundland. We had an amazing time diving with Rick Stanley and the Ocean Quest Adventures crew. Thank you to Newfoundland and Labrador Tourism for making all of this happen. There is so much to see and do in this beautiful province. Be sure to check out their link in the description below to plan your East Coast adventure. We're so glad that you've been watching our Bell Island dives. Be sure to give us a like, and if you haven't yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button and click the notifications bell so you can keep up to date with all that we're doing. We have big things planned for 2024, so why not click the join button below and be a part of our Wreck Watch team. Your membership helps keep this channel going right here on YouTube. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, deep down, we care.